We've seen this, uh, uh, you know, unfold in earlier years as well, and somehow, they have their own politics around it, and they don't. They eventually get through it, and but the thing is that obviously, from a fiscal standpoint, they continue to remain in a stretch position. But I think the bigger debate after, as soon as this thing will probably be over within a few weeks, I'm sure, and I think that we will still move on to the more important debate about how is the extent of the slowdown out there, and is it as deep now or not? I mean, even there too, we would like to think that the market's mood is now shifted from assessing as to when interest rates will peak, because that is now more or less given, and it's more or less been established that interest rates are probably not going to rise year on. It is now just to see that the extent of the interest rate hikes which have happened, what is the kind of drag that it brings onto the economy. So initial thoughts of the market are veering towards the side that, look, have we done too much, and is it therefore going to slow down things dramatically? And I think that is the reason why, that is where the market's next level of concern and the next level of debate in the market will be.
The discretionary stroke reopening part in India, they've done really well. I mean, select pockets, hotels in particular, but maybe QSRs and a few others. Maybe not the multiplexes, but then you don't have too many plays there. My question though really is, their guidance or their commentary at the end of Q4, especially hotels, was very strong. But aviation too has some tailwinds here and there. The airport traffic is looking extremely buoyant even for April. How are you approaching these? Because, I mean, they have rallied quite strongly, but the commentary is rock solid.
Yes, so I think some of these, particularly, those which are related to the travel and tourism industry and ancillaries, at one level, within our lingo, as in our scheme of things, in our investment framework, we actually look at them more like cyclicals.
Okay.
They've behaved as such in the past. So, for example, hotels is a cyclical business at one level, or even if you wish, a commodity business, because the thing is that they go through these cycles where they do very well when capacities have not come up and there's underinvestment, and obviously rates go up and they make a lot of money. And then the reverse happens, that as you start making a lot of money, then eventually capacities start to come in and new project announcements will come in. So so we treat them as cyclicals. And I would like to think that some of these are they're clearly not below mid-cycle. I mean, they are somewhat above mid-cycle, if not all the way up there. So I think we've been happy to get in a little early in some of these things. We are happy to ride it still more, a little bit more. I think as of now, we're not seeing that very large surge in capacity. But then you can't even have a situation, prices are taken to somewhat extremes, because then it can be a backlash in terms of destruction of demand. So I think it's still a reasonably decent story. Probably valuations and all that have gone up. Like as I said, they are no longer early cycle. They are more mid to somewhat above mid cycle at this stage.